right, MSP leaders, we're going to talk about elevating your MSP through the world-changing impact of peer teams. So if you want to boost profits, crush your goals, and dominate your market, check out these 5 tips that will help you evaluate whether a peer team is right for you. And a little bonus at the end, we'll dig into things you should expect when joining your peer team. So if you've been in the MSP game for a length of time or even a short time, you've probably heard of peer teams. Maybe you've tried one out, maybe you're even in one now, and I hope if you are, you're getting a lot of benefit from that group. But if you haven't tried one out yet, there's a couple of growth opportunities that we have when we get in a room with other owners. And the impact that this peer team can have on your growth, on your profits, on your personal happiness can be amazing. So let's jump right into the 5 areas where we would expect peer teams to make a significant impact in your MSP. Number 1 is easy, general business knowledge. When you're sitting in a room with 9 other business owners, you're going to get a great wealth of information on typical growth strategies, how to do sales commissions, how to build profitability, and some of the general business mistakes they've made along the way. While you don't have to be in a specific MSP peer team to get general business knowledge, it really does help to have those peers around you that have been through specific things that are MSP related. Understanding best practices around sales procedures, bookkeeping, service delivery, all fall under that general business knowledge. And if they've been in the MSP industry for a period of time and they're successful, right? They may have some processes that you can implement quickly that will improve your organization. Second is industry metrics. And this is where the game really starts to level up. Understanding what great MSPs are doing around their metrics. What are their gross profit, service salaries to service revenue, sales cost on revenue. A lot of metrics that really drive MSP success. Being in a room with 9 other people that have a great understanding of this will help elevate your understanding and setting the right goals for your company for the success that you want. Number 3 is accountability. Now, one of the challenges with being an MSP owner is who holds you accountable. As owners, we'll go to events, we'll get very excited, we'll build a challenge and we'll want to attack it. But at the end of the day, it's really easy to go back to work and just start attacking the common problem or the problem of the day and let those great ideas just sit and not be implemented in your business. A peer team is going to hold you accountable for the things that you say you're going to do. It's a group of people that are going to put internal and external pressure on you to make sure those changes that you want to make in your organization happen. And the flip side is true also. They're going to want you to hold them accountable. This is all about growth. And a peer team that grows together builds amazing impact in all their organizations and their communities. Number 4 is the growth potential across your company through role-based groups. For a long time, peer teams just included ownership and maybe an individual leader or an operating officer. But most peer team organizations are developing role-based groups. And this significantly expands the impact of peer teams so that we can add security, sales, operations itself, and financial. Those specific peer teams will let the owner distribute some of that leadership, decision power, and growth to individual members of their company. Now, this is one of the most impactful pieces of this because if we have one person really focused on growth as that owner, we've now distributed that and we have 5 people focused on the growth, all leveraging the best practices that they're learning from other companies. Last is number 5. And while this is a little bit of a soft skill version, it is significantly impactful for most owners and leaders of MSPs. And that's you're not alone. There are so many things in an MSP organization that are challenging. Our people, our clients, our services, our profitability, our sales growth. And each of them have individual stresses. And the owner or MSP leader will wear all of that on their shoulders at all times. Now, there may be a leadership team that they can discuss these challenges with or bring up ideas. But at the end of the day, being in a room with 9 other people in the same boat that you are in, understanding your exact problems, allows you to get things off your chest, really discuss challenges that you have, whether it's people or clients, and get great feedback that helps you actually make change in your company. And it's not just on the business side, there's the personal side too. All of us have personal issues going on from time to time, and having a group that understands that and that can help you through those personal challenges is priceless. Now, these are super high-level points on that world-changing impact of peer teams. And individually, they're all impactful, but when you add them together, you can get significant growth in your organization to take you to the goals that you want to achieve in your business. Now, if you're ready to jump in and join a peer team, there's a couple things to understand before you walk in the room. Number 1, if you're relatively new to the MSP world, it is going to be a fire hose. You are going to get so much information that sounds amazing that it's going to be hard to both understand and take back and absorb. So first things first, we're going to tackle our biggest problems and we're going to keep notes, but we can't go back to our organization and try to change 10 things every quarter. will drive our team crazy, and we likely won't get the impact or the actual execution that we need. And eventually over time, that fire hose will drip down to a stream that we can absorb, and we'll take smaller and smaller changes back to the organization every quarter. Which flips us to fire hose part 2, our second bullet point. This can be a struggle for a lot of MSPs because they love that pace, they love that fast growth, and they want all of the challenges. So as you start absorbing them and you're getting less and less data coming back at you, you start to feel a little unchallenged, and you're like, where am I going to get my next level of growth from? Do I need to switch to a different group? Do I need more mentors? Well, you have to understand it is now your turn to be on the other side of the fire hose. As new members are coming in, as other members are having challenges, it's time for you to start pouring back into them as well. No peer team wants the guy or gal who comes in, absorbs all the information, and then jumps out. It's going to be a two-way street. And as you start to really develop those receiving and giving muscles of information, you'll get better and better at it, and it will make you a better and better company all the time. The next bullet point to consider as you're jumping into this is it's not cheap. Now, the peer team itself may be $500-600 a month, which sounds like a lot of money, but if you're running a couple $1 million MSP, it's really not a big dent. And then you have the travel, the flights, the hotels, the cars, all the stuff that falls around getting to the meeting and being present. But the real cost typically comes with the time. 2 or 3 days completely disconnected from an MSP between 1 and 3 million can be pretty stressful. For MSPs that are larger, they likely have enough leadership in place that they can disconnect for a couple days, and it's not a big deal. So if we think of the fire hose being a two-way street, understanding that this is an investment, not every meeting is going to be world changing, but every meeting you'll be taking nuggets away that will gradually improve your business. And the overall impact that it can make to you and other leaders in your organization by sitting in the room of peers and really understanding the best practices that are out there. Those things can make immense world-changing impact to your MSP. I'm Jim Peterson, Principal Solution Advisor at ConnectWise, and if you need help in the peer team world, we definitely have you covered. We are the IT Nation, and beyond our events like Secure and Connect, we also have peer teams available. And these are for ownership, operations, financial, security, and sales. So we can get you and your team in the room with other members and help you take advantage of that next level of growth. So hit us up. And if this content has any value at all, please like and subscribe. It means a ton.